Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. The news never stops and neither does Wrestlelamia. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest wrestling news, stories, and rumors you need to know, including more news concerning the WWE and AEW working together, a wild rumor concerning the WWE's 2 World Championships, former WWE star injured in Impact tapings, and more. More details on potential WWE-AEW collaboration. Topping today's news is more speculation about yesterday's big story concerning a possible collaboration between the WWE and AEW. In case you missed it, Ringside News reported that the WWE's John Laurinaitis and AEW's Tony Khan have been in talks about a business arrangement. Laurinaitis has spoken with Tony Khan about biographies on certain talent that are now in AEW. While this falls into the wild rumors category, there's also talk of the WWE bringing in at least one wrestler from outside WWE to work the men's Royal Rumble, a move that would likely be even more shocking than the recent announcement of Knockouts champion Mickie James returning to WWE to participate in the women's Royal Rumble. WrestleVotes recently reported, "Had more than one source this weekend, without me directly asking, state that they believe WWE will try for an unexpected Forbidden Door entrant for the men's Royal Rumble. Personally, I'm skeptical it happens, but I can confirm WWE is at least open to the idea, which is exciting enough. An appearance by an AEW wrestler would be huge and a potential way to test the waters for an in-ring collaboration between the 2 biggest wrestling promotions in North America. However, as exciting as that is, it's more likely the WWE will bring in talent from Impact Wrestling. After all, short of an AEW wrestler winning the Rumble, why would AEW send a star to the WWE to not only put over a WWE wrestler, but to give free publicity to the competition? As far as a WWE superstar working in AEW, the promotion has brought in a small army of ex-WWE superstars over the last year, so why would they want anyone else? While it's good to see the WWE and AEW working together, neither company seems desperate to rush into any partnership that involves sharing talent. That could happen down the road, but it would require the kind of give and take that may be impossible between the 2 national promotions. Both WWE and AEW may want to open the Forbidden Door, but so far it seems like both companies are only willing to do so with companies that are much smaller than them. Do you think the WWE and AEW might share talent? Let us know in the comments below. 2 face turns in WWE? More on the rumored face turns involving Raw's Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. WWE has been planting the seeds for a Lashley face turn, with the former WWE champion Big E teaming with Lashley and questioning why the Almighty needs help from MVP. Now, Cultaholic's Jack Atkins is reporting on a recent live event that suggests Lashley could be turning face. The former WWE champion teamed with Damian Priest against Rollins and Ziggler at a Raw live show in Boston on Sunday, with Lashley said to be working in full babyface mode, high-fiving kids at ringside. Atkins also remarked on Seth freakin' Rollins and what happened after Rollins confronted Roman Reigns at the 7th January SmackDown. There, Seth hinted at wanting a shot at Reigns' Universal Championship. While Reigns' former Shield brother didn't act like a babyface on SmackDown, he did when the show went off the air. In the case of Rollins, fresh from him appearing on SmackDown this past Friday and challenging Reigns at the Royal Rumble, Rollins was attacked in-ring by the Usos in a post-SmackDown Live segment, eventually dispatching Jimmy and Jay with super kicks and stomps as he got the crowd to chant "Burn it down." The real evidence will be what takes on WWE television, as it's traditionally been seen as the ultimate evidence of the WWE's plans for wrestlers. While live events are sometimes used to test matches and the fans' reactions to a turn, TV and premium events, aka pay-per-views, are where the big things happen. Wild rumor: WWE switching up World Championships? The adage, anything can happen in the WWE, could be seen again at this year's Royal Rumble, as there are some wild rumors concerning who will emerge as WWE and Universal Champion, as well as whether the 2 titles will remain on their respective brands. Diamond Dave Meltzer recently discussed the WWE's original plans for Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar at Day 1, speculating on where things could go leading into WrestleMania 38. Seth was going to defend the title on one of the WrestleMania nights, and then Lesnar and Roman were going to be for the other title on the other WrestleMania night. I was kind of told it's gonna end up where it's supposed to be, so I wonder if that means they're gonna switch belts. Like the Universal belt with Seth goes on Raw, and the WWE belt that Roman would end up most likely, I'm gonna guess, but Brock would be on SmackDown. How the WWE gets to Rollins winning the Universal Championship and Brock heading to SmackDown could be exciting if the WWE books things wisely. For example, there are already rumblings that Lesnar could interfere in Reigns' rumored title defense against Rollins at the Royal Rumble, leading to another reason for Reigns wanting Lesnar. Lesnar could jump to SmackDown with the WWE Championship as he is still considered a free agent. Although the prospect of a title versus title match at WrestleMania between Lesnar and Reigns has its appeal, the WWE may feel the advantages outweigh the disadvantages of only having one world title defended over the two-night event. As Wrestlelamia has discussed, there's also the problem of how to handle a unified world championship on two separate brands. Wrestling News' Paul Davis speculated on Rollins' opponent for Mania. If they swap out the titles, then it means that Seth Rollins would defend the WWE Universal Championship at Mania, likely against Lashley and/or Big E. What do you think of these potential plans? Let us know in the comments below. Alexa Bliss returning as a Fiend-Lite character? Alexa Bliss's pending Raw return has fans talking, particularly about what persona Bliss will play, the Fiend's demonic disciple who broke off onto her own twisted path, or Little Miss Bliss. A recent tweet from Bliss suggests fans may be getting the twisted terror who haunted stars like Shayna Baszler before falling to Charlotte Flair at Extreme Rules. Dear Monday Night Raw, starting tonight, she's officially your problem now. Good luck! While it remains to be seen whether Bliss will be back on tonight's Raw, the WWE is clearly setting the stage for her return. Former WWE superstar injured during Impact debut. A big debut for former WWE superstar Charlie Haas in Impact Wrestling went sideways after Haas was involved in a wild brawl during a recent TV taping. Haas made a surprise appearance, challenging Josh Alexander to a match. Haas and Alexander were later attacked by a group of former ROH stars. It appears Impact is booking an ROH invasion angle. Paul Davis of Wrestling News reports, "It's unclear what exactly happened, but Haas was hurt and he was taken out of the building on a stretcher. At this point, there is no further word on his status, but we'll pass along more news when we get it." Tommy Dreamer confirmed to the fans in attendance that Haas was legitimately hurt. So far, it appears Haas is going to be okay, as Davis added a report from PW Insider indicated Haas was knocked loopy but was feeling better backstage. Wrestlelamia sends its best wishes to Charlie Haas for a fast and full recovery. MJF and Happy Corbin Twitter Lovefest. Looks like AEW's MJF and the WWE's Happy Corbin could become besties. MJF tweeted, "Got a signing today for a lot of money. Being in Albany, however, is making me want to up the price." SmackDown heel Happy Corbin replied to MJF's tweet with a gif of The Rock that read, "The price just went up." The two began exchanging pleasantries as MJF tweeted, "When are we going out for a steak?" Happy seemed open to the idea, but only under certain conditions. "Anytime, but we'll have to rent the place out so peasants can't bother us." MJF seemed open to the idea, leading to fans wondering what a meeting of two of wrestling's most arrogant heels might be like. MJF has teased jumping to WWE when his current AEW contract ends, but right now, it appears that this is just a case of two wrestlers having fun on social media and maintaining kayfabe. Nonetheless, the rumors of wrestling's Forbidden Door opening between WWE and AEW will likely have some fans jumping up and down at the prospect of these two meeting up. Brock ties big WWE record. Brock Lesnar has done it again, setting a new record for himself as he's now tied with Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan for holding 6 WWE championships during his career. WWE.com tweeted, "With his win at Day 1, Brock Lesnar is now tied for 5th most WWE championship reigns of all time." While the Beast isn't at the top, John Cena holds the record with 13 WWE championships. It's still an amazing accomplishment. Keep in mind, the WWE isn't counting its other world titles such as the Universal Championship or the retired World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns touching thanks to fans. Last but not least, Roman Reigns may be the WWE's top heel right now, but that didn't stop the Tribal Chief from briefly breaking character to send a touching thanks to the fans at a recent WWE Super Show in Boston. Fans and website Lucha Libre Online tweeted video of the Universal Champion emotionally addressing the fans. "I'd like to take this time to thank you guys for coming out. We all know what's going on with this pandemic. I just want you all to stay safe. I want you to protect yourselves so that we can see you all next time. Also, good night and thank you." Fans who attend live events know the WWE likes to show a more personal side of its superstars, and Roman's remarks were just the latest example. Well guys, there you have it, the biggest news stories and rumors in the wild world of professional wrestling. What do you think of these stories and rumors? Be sure to leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.